Welcome back to Woolen Garden. Today I'm here at the garden, and I wanted to do a short video to talk about Bermuda grass. I've talked about Bermuda grass a little bit in the past because it's taking over the garden a little bit, especially outside of the beds and the walkway, but also in the unused bed. So I'm sitting here in front of a bed that is essentially covered, filled with Bermuda grass, and I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit as well as show you my strategy to get rid of it. Bermuda grass is an extremely resilient type of grass. It's used a lot in lawns, just in front lawn, people's front lawn. It's very drought tolerant, really hard to kill. One of the reasons why it's so hard to kill is because if you go and you just pull the top, the leaf part of the plant, it actually stimulates it to grow more. So you're actually helping it in a way, and you'll make the plant more aggressive. If you take the time to dig the roots out a little bit, but you end up cutting the roots in different parts and leaving multiple parts in the ground, then you've essentially just created multiple plants. So it spreads really, really fast. The first thing I'm gonna do today is get rid of the Bermuda grass in the bed that I'm sitting in, because like I said, it's right next to the walkway, and if I leave it there, the walkway that is now Bermuda grass free is just gonna get recovered with it because it's just gonna spread. So I'm gonna show you guys my method to get rid of Bermuda grass in a bed, in a planting area. I'm going to start by cutting back the grass. You can use a weed whacker. If it's a larger area, you can use a lawnmower for sure. And then the reason why it's so important to do that is because when you cut back the grass, it encourages it, stimulates it to create more leaves. So use a lot of its stored energy that would otherwise help keep it alive longer into leaf growth. Done with the first few steps. I've realized that the soil in this bed is extremely hard, so don't always have to do this, but because there was gophers in the bed, there's tunnels, it's very uneven, very hard, so I'm gonna spend the time to kind of loosen up the soil a little bit, just so that the seeds that I'm going to plant on top will have an easier time rooting all the way down, but this step is not always necessary. After cutting back the grass, I'm going to cover the bed with cardboard. You can use any biodegradable material that is a decent thickness. That will take about a month to biodegrade fully.
All right, I'm at the cardboard step. One thing that I wanted to mention before getting to it was just when you're choosing your cardboard, you ideally want bigger pieces, so the less holes in there, the better. And finally, you want to make sure that you're removing any stickers or any tape that's on there or staples.
After covering it with cardboard, I'm going to put some fresh soil on top of it, and then I'm going to plant flower seeds. The reason why it's important to plant something on top of it is because, like I said, Bermuda grass is very resilient. If you don't plant anything on top of it, it's probably just going to grow through the cardboard pretty easily. But by planting flower seeds, so you've weakened it by cutting it back, and it doesn't have any sunlight to grow to get more energy, so you've weakened it that way. And then the new seeds, the new flowers that you're planting, I'm going to use seeds. Anyway, I was sniffing the camera. Sorry about that. So the flowers that you're putting there, as they're developing new roots, they're going to compete with the roots of the Bermuda grass that is already weakened, and hopefully your new seed, your new flowers are very strong, and that they will win out for resources in the ground and therefore help kill or get rid of the Bermuda grass.
Another area that I find really difficult to get rid of the Bermuda grass that I wanted to share some tips on today is when the Bermuda grass is growing in between a fence, and that the fence is kind of blocking your ability to go and dig those roots out.
So as you can see, after pulling back the tarp, there was definitely some of the Bermuda grass that was creeping back because it was getting energy from the areas that were not under the tarp. And because there's the fence there, and on the other side is public, it's harder for me to be able to just put a tarp down and wait for it to die back, because somebody could just take it, or anybody has access to that part. So what I'm gonna do is take a shovel and dig a little trench where the fence is to try and prevent the roots from reaching the inside of the garden. Alright guys, so as you can see here, I've teased out all of the Bermuda grass that was there. Teasing it out is really important. So not just yanking it out of the ground, because that way you're just creating more plants, because you're leaving so much of the root in the ground and it's just going to grow back. So taking the time to have a little shovel and just really teasing it out and getting as much of the root out as you possibly can. And then I've dug a little trench by the fence and put some rocks there to make it a little bit harder for the grass to grow on this side. On the other side of the fence, I've kind of pulled the grass away from the fence. My goal is not to get rid of it completely on the other side. That's not my garden area, but I just want to make it harder for it to come towards the garden. That's it for all my tricks to how to get rid of Bermuda grass. I hope that you enjoyed watching the video, and thank you for watching. See you in the next one. Bye!